Hi guys, this is the Easythreed X1 3D printer. It's got a build area, 100 by 100 by 100 millimeters. Is it a good printer? Well, let's find out today. So this 3D printer is pretty much an entry-level 3D printer. I got everything, so the whole package including shipping and shipping insurance that's offered for around €80. I'm new to 3D printing, so this is a whole new experience for me. I didn't want to go high-end due to the fact that if I break anything in high-end due to my inexperience, then it'll be more expensive, one, to fix, and two, well, you really want to get into your printer and start using it straight away. So for me, I really wanted to get a cheap printer, get into it as a hobby first. Let's see, do I enjoy it? Easythreed, let's talk through it. Super simple setup. You get everything you need in the box, including a small screwdriver. It's really as quick as a two-step process to set up the printer. So we'll move the Z-axis onto the frame, pull the cord through, connect the cord, and that's it. 2 screws later and the whole thing is set up. Now it's time to level the bed. Basically, you put an A4 sheet, feel it scratching between the tip, screw it in. Now the bed I got was quite loose. That is something I will have to tighten up. So as you can see by these prints, I didn't really set up the bed level correctly. I also have the nozzle temperature set to roughly 200. I have the slicer software set to run in its fastest mode. As you can guess, my first 3D printer, I'm incredibly excited to use it and start using it. So my mistake really was setting it to the fastest mode. The slicer did initially say 20 minutes to print some of these, but I can tell you it's maybe 3 times that, so 45 minutes to 1 hour for a print. Initially I did have some issue with warping on the bed. That's due to my lack of experience. I had the nozzle temperature too cold, and also the bed wasn't level, so nearly immediately, a few minutes into the print was just raising from the bed and coming detached. Does the printer do a good job? For me, my expectations were low. 1, it's €80, and 2, I've never done this before, so anything that came off this printer was successful for me. The second thing is, this is super cheap, €80. Wow, there's no way you can get anything else for that price. I mean, the next 3D printer is double that. And that, yes, of course, double does get you much better. However, it brings in a slight complexity. This printer is plug and play. Drop your G-code file onto the SD card. Whichever G-code file is the latest, so the newest, it will just print. You press play, it heats up the nozzle, and then it prints. Now, a quick one is, at the start when I got this printer, I pressed play, I waited for a few minutes, press play again, waited for a few minutes, play again. There's no need really. You press play, you wait. Once it starts printing, you can leave it print. The noise level on the printer is quite low, around 50 decibels. Now today I printed a Tesla CyberTruck. The print came out pretty bad. That's my fault again. I used the fast slice mode. So the optimum was saying 4.5 hours for the print. I knew it was going to be 3 times that, roughly 12. So I opted for the fast mode, which said 2 hours. It ended up being 4 hours of a print, but the quality you can see here, it's not great quality. I kind of regret that, because if I had just put in the time, maybe I would have got a nice model and it would have been better. But now I have a benchmark to bench against: the fast mode versus the optimum mode. For software, I'm using Easythreed's Easyware, and that's fine for a beginner. I've not used a slicer before, so it's pretty much load it, drop it on the bed, click go, and then you have your G-code file. Another thing to mention is the mirroring on the y-axis that everyone else is having an issue with. It does mirror, so in your STL file, you may want to set it to mirror prior to printing, and then when you drop it in the slicer, it still looks good, but when you plug it in and press play, it does print the mirror image of what you've put on the bed. So all in all, I think it's a good printer for the money. €80 is not bad. If this is your entry into 3D printing, I feel this is going to be good. It took me maybe 15 minutes to go from packaging to running a print. The PLA filament that you get in the box is not great. A good quality PLA can give you good results. There's no part cooling fan. I've ordered a part cooling fan from AliExpress. That should be here in the next probably 10 years. There is a G-code then to cut a fan mount, which directs the air then at the parts. Looking online, the parts cooling fan seems to give much better results. Now, not Ender 3, but I mean much better results. So really, for that mod, the fan costs maybe $1.50, I believe, with free shipping from China. So it's worth seeing what that's like. The spool mount and holder, it only holds 250 gram spools, so really you need to print a spool holder for a 1 kilo roll. I had some tubing around, so I could use that tubing to hold my 1 kilo roll while I was printing. A good point to note is that the extruder will actually pull and rotate the 1 kilo spool, so there's no issue there. Would I recommend this printer? I mean, for $80, just if you even are thinking about 3D printing, buy it, make the purchase. I've seen the price fluctuate on the websites, so AliExpress, Banggood, GearBest have some. It fluctuates from about, here in Europe, 120 euro to about 80 euro. But I mean, you can wait for a sale or sign up for an account and you'll get probably some coupons at the time of signing. So I mean, it's worth keeping an eye out on that. Failing that, if you already are interested in 3D printing, maybe you should just skip and go to the Ender 3. That's pretty much a better one. There's a V2 coming out, but it's a bit of a jump in price, so it's about 260 euro here I'm seeing. And 260 euro versus 80 euro, that's a significant amount, 3 times the price. You do get a lot more, but if you've never performed 3D printing before and you're just interested, I think this is a great way to get into the environment, and you can actually see it working and learn a little bit, become more experienced before you move up onto the next machine. But for me, I think I'll probably go for the Ender 3 V2 once that's out. Okay, so that's your review. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like, share and subscribe.